Hello YouTubers. Today I feel like we are going to talk about the WWE. The entertainment of wrestling. Where to begin? The company has lots of problems right now. The ratings are crap. A lot of people are getting rid of their WWE Network subscriptions because they're boring. Nobody wants to watch the WWE right now because it's boring. The stories are not as good as they once were. And I'm not just saying that with a person that's got rose-colored glasses on going, oh, the Attitude Era was so awesome. The reason the Attitude Era was so awesome is because there was competition. Competition drives good story. Some of the stories weren't that good during the Attitude Era. However, the bigger part of it is there was competition. If you didn't want to watch WWE, you flipped it over to WCW. I'm going to go, this is kind of this is going to be my new format kind of for a while. I'm going to just do these while I come to my job and do videos about whatever I want to rant about for the day, or praise, or great, or it's horrible, whatever. WWE, the writing is not so good anymore. They're playing it a little safe. Now, last night, Raw was in Philadelphia, and the fans hijacked the program. The fans are one of the problems that the WWE has. And the main reason they're a problem is because they take over the show and make it about themselves and not the wrestling in the ring. Don't get me wrong, a lot of those matches were crap. A lot of them were boring as shit. Some of them were okay, serviceable matches. But when the fans out-drown everything that's going on and they ruin the show. The fans are part of the problem in the WWE because they've been used to getting everything given to them. For the longest amount of time, they're used to getting exactly what they want. And instead of going in and enjoying the show for what it is, people want it a specific way. They want everything. Oh, I want the tables, ladders, and chairs. I want hardcore, and some matches don't need to do that. They're trying to tell a story in the ring, which I told you, obviously, the story writing is not so good anymore in the WWE. I wish there was a little bit of a change up, which there kind of is right now with Shane coming in, and I think a little bit of the back room has changed somewhat. However, they were talking about the brand split. Let's talk about the brand split for a minute. I didn't mind the brand split when it happened the first time, when it was SmackDown versus Raw. It was fine because they was doing it the right way at the beginning. What they done was both brands were completely separated. There was no person that kept bouncing back and forth between the shows. The only time they done it is when it came to pay-per-view time, and then the shows would fight and then go back on their own jolly way. That's fine. That's cool. Here's what they really, 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 really need to do. They need to change SmackDown. Get rid of SmackDown. Just fucking get rid of it. Make that an NXT show. Because that's what everybody's hot for right now. Everybody's hot for the NXT brand. Why not just go ahead, get rid of SmackDown, and make that NXT? You ain't got enough wrestlers, enough big-time wrestlers, to make two shows yet. I mean, you could call up every single person from NXT, and I don't think that's going to work so well. I think the big problem of it is a lot of those people are still kind of green. There are some big names in there, Samoa Joe, a couple others, but it's not enough to make another SmackDown. SmackDown and Raw either get more people up and build a larger roster to build off of, or cancel SmackDown, make that an NXT show, and have WWE focus only on Raw. Make that be the main program. if you're going to separate the programming, if you're going to separate the brands again, separate them. Don't put them together. Don't let John Cena bounce back and forth between SmackDown and Raw. Don't let Big Show bounce back from SmackDown to Raw. Separate the program. Separate it. Don't fucking make it to where, oh my God, this week this guy's going to invade from Raw. This guy's going to invade from SmackDown. It's boring. You cannot do that. When it was Vicky Guerrero running Raw and Teddy Long running SmackDown, that was some of the best WWE moments. Some of the best WWE writing was happening there because it was two separate brandings. You just ain't got it right now. It's like the big problem they're having is they can't fill in the heavyweight, the entire heavyweight thing, because most of the guys are out due to injury because you're wrestling them to death. You know, when they're on the road 260, 270 days a year, you're not going to be doing very good physically. If you're going to do it right. Make sure that you have enough people to cover both brands. You separate everything. The Intercontinental Champion ain't going to be on both programs. Save that up for the pay-per-views. Make the pay-per-views mean something again, not glorified house shows. Like, what was it? Roadblock. Glorified house show. Why? Why even do that? Don't get me wrong. I think the people on the WWE Network needs to get special stuff that nobody else can get a hold of. That's cool. That's an incentive to buy the network. However, when most of your programming is boring and garbage, it doesn't matter what you do. It's still going to be boring and garbage. There's a lot of good independent wrestlers out there. There's a lot of good independent companies out there now that, A, deserve a chance, deserve to be on the big roster. They are absolutely screwing themselves over by this stupid... Oh, here's another big problem. I just thought about it. The Authority. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that storyline. I'm tired of every company out there trying that storyline. It can work. It can do fine as long as you do it correctly and you make it to where the Authority is a problem, but they get their they get their karma back to them. They don't do that on WWE. They, you know, how many times can you see Stephanie and Triple H be the bad guys? Tired of it. Develop some of your talent into being the bad guys. The backroom stuff needs to stay in the back room. It doesn't need to be bled out to the front. TNA was starting to do a lot of that, and if you notice, TNA's not doing so well for themselves anymore. TNA's about gone. TNA, if they don't sell it to somebody who turns it around, they're going to be dead within a year. They're going to be gone. I mean, most of their big flagship wrestlers are out of the business anyway. They're leaving. They're going other places. Vince, take this opportunity to improve your product. I tell you what you need to do. You need to fire some of the people, the yes people that you surround yourself with. Kevin Dunn is one of those yes people. Get rid of him. You don't need him. It ain't going to help your business any better. You need to get rid of him and some of the other writers that are writing the garbage right now. Don't get me wrong. Some stories, serviceable. Some of them are not. In fact, most of them are not. Most of it's just boring anymore. The reason the Philly crowd does that is because it's the Philly crowd. They do that every time now. They think that's part of what they're supposed to do. It's not good for business. It doesn't help wrestling out. And the product itself is just stale and boring. Not too many people like watching it anymore. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more rants about wrestling. I'm going to try to upload a video every day. Maybe. It's according to how busy I am. I'm going to try to do this. It's, you know, if you want anything specific talked about or ranted on or me to bitch about something, put it in the comments. You know, I don't care if you like the video or not. It doesn't really matter. I don't have enough viewers to really go, you know, I do appreciate every one of you that are watching it though. So until next time, if somebody don't like what you're doing, tell them fuck off.